bench to still finish one.
I don't know whether. Two of his biggest helpers was from that trade. Yeah,
Okay.
With Wesley.
Okay, but you could look at it as if he still had pieces that he could trade to get good players that he could start.
Hey, Steve, man, I don't want to break your heart, but Juju just scored.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's not looking too good.
Yeah.
Let's switch it. Who had the worst draft?
Worst draft?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Or let's say worst draft pick. Let's. I remember was it last season? It was Avery with Joe Mixon. Or the season before.
Man, you know what? Commissioner, you might have to pull up your the draft, man.
Matter of fact, yeah, let me do that. Let me look at the draft board for this year.
So where's draft pick?
I think these are the rules that qualify for.
So we're going off the first round draft pick?
Yeah, let's start with first round. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let me tell you the first round draft. So Fryer picked Lamar Jackson first round. Ooh.
Oh
my day.
I thought number one was
Huh? What you said was?
Them go Lamar for the first round. I think I'm feeling David did. I'll go Lamar Jackson.
Wait. Let me go through the list and then we'll make a decision. CJ2K drafted McCaffrey. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Polo drafted Saquon. Mm-hmm. Okay. Fight to the end drafted Ezekiel. Okay.
Oh, that man trash.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Zeke. Ooh.
Marvin drafted Derrick Henry. Yeah.
Damn.
David drafted Dalvin Cook.
Best draft pick right there.
Oh, that man's a beast.
Steve drafted Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Dove drafted Michael Thomas.
Ooh, that one.
Ooh, hey. Michael Thomas.
Yep.
Avy drafted Josh Jacob. I drafted Hilaire. Wesley drafted Nick Chubb. And Jack drafted Alvin Kamara.
Thomas?
Go ahead.
Michael Thomas or Zeke has to be a top three, part of the top three.
Lamar, I think Lamar is up there to tell the truth.
Honestly,
man.
Zeke is averaging 11.7 points.
I think that's a little bit
Zeke,
by like 1 or 2 games.
Zeke.
But even with Zeke, his numbers hasn't been like eye-popping great. My thing with Lamar Jackson, when you're the number 1 overall pick, you need to be like,
yeah.
Think about it. But Michael Thomas, though, look at Michael Thomas.
Yeah, that's more injury. That's more injury.
No, not only that. He got in trouble for even fighting in a player. That's the only injury.
He hasn't been on the field. For example, so here's how I qualify worst draft. I'm looking at production on the field and not that he hasn't been on the field.
Yeah, of course.
That's how I look at it. That's how I look at a bad draft pick.
But if you went to the first round on a draft pick and they didn't give you any production, wouldn't that also qualify?
Exactly.
That's some may. For me personally, for example, if Saquon would have played, Saquon wouldn't have been bad. Saquon would have produced regardless. It's just he got injured. So I guess for me, I'm more biased to that, and I know Saquon can play. But like, for example, Lamar Jackson compared to last year and this year and where he got drafted, me personally, I had high expectations for him.
I did too.
I mean, he was up to it. Shoot, Lamar Jackson was traded.
Right.
As the number 1 overall pick.
Mhm.
I give you that, but my thing is, I'm looking at injuries as just part of the game. So it's basically, if you pick your number one first draft pick, and they don't produce, regardless if injuries or they just didn't perform it because of the team suck, it's the same thing to me. You didn't perform. So to me,
in that case, that should be Saquon based off your explanation.
Exactly. You can say that, or you can say Michael Thomas or Zeke.
Oh, McCaffrey.
Oh, McCaffrey, correct. Because to me, I don't care necessarily the reason why you did not produce. The end result is you didn't produce.
But how I get what you're saying, David, but I don't think we should count injury. Injury should not count against. I don't think injury should count.
If I have a number one draft pick, all right, number one, I'm expecting you to be there for a whole 12 games or 13 games.
Here's the thing. The 3 games McCaffrey played, he got 20, 25, and 27. I'm not putting him on that list, me personally.
I hear you. But
Me neither.
If I'm picking someone first round, I'm not picking him for 3 games. So to me, you're on that list. Injuries or not. Now you're talking about the biggest bust in the first round. Okay, that's something different. But if you're just talking about like the worst draft pick.
But the biggest bust and worst draft is basically one and the same.
Nah, because to me, that person had potential. It's just that they didn't live up to it. While I think the worst draft pick is just because they just because of any other reason it didn't work out, either by injuries or whatever the case may be.
So how about we have worst draft pick and biggest bust? I mean, they both make sense for me.
Okay, I like that. So who would you guys vote for biggest bust?
Damn.
I mean, Carson Wentz got to be up there. I'd draft him.
Yeah, high.
Oh, yeah.
But we talking about first round, though.
Yeah, first round.
Yeah.
Okay,
first round. Damn.
Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I would have to go Michael Thomas. I think it'll be
as big as bust.
Because even though he's back, it don't even feel like he's back.
You said as big as bust?
Timmy didn't even start
him.
Timmy didn't even start him. Like you're not starting. I think not starting your first round pick is worse than trading them.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
He's literally there sitting on your bench. He didn't even contribute to you possibly improving your team.
For real, like how could Thomas is ranked 99th?
As a
receiver.
Remember
he ended the season last season number 1.
Let me say how the rankings go. You have to play so many games for your ranking to like reflect.
Okay.
So like when Miles Sanders was out, he was averaging like 17, but still ranking like 30th.
So can we look at the average points? His average points is 5.9.
Yeah, we got average points. Yeah.
His average points is 5.9. Somebody that's averaging 5.9, but he's 99.9%, damn near 100% of rostered. Basically saying that a lot of people drafted him first round, even though we're talking about just our league. I think that can contribute towards the biggest bust.
So that means he had really, really, really high expectations.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people had him as a number 1 receiver.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think Michael Thomas is up there as the biggest bust. Then who come close second?
He's up there. I'm just trying to figure out who would be number 1.
Do you want to hear the names? Some of the other names we got: Lamar Jackson. Christian McCaffrey, Saquon, Zeke.
Nah, he's number one for me.
Mm-hmm. Those are the 5 things that jump out to me in the first round. What you think?
The reason why I throw Lamar Jackson name out there is because he was the number 1 overall pick. And at the number 1 overall pick, you could have picked anyone else. And you picked a guy who's top 10 or ranked number 10 at his position.
Yeah, he ranked number 10. He still averages 20 points, though.
Yeah, that's not – but at the number 1 overall pick at quarterback, that's not saying much at all. The Holmes is averaging damn near 30.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of quarterbacks averaging 30 points or even 19
But
points.
guess what? There's 10 quarterbacks who average more than Lamar Jackson.
Well, that's true, I guess. But to me,
he was the
in
number
his
1
position,
overall player.
but here's the thing: in his position, he's top 10 or at the 10th spot. Michael Thomas is 99. 99. So Lamar Jackson dropped 10 positions from last year, or 8 positions from last year, while Michael Thomas dropped 98 positions from the year before. That says a lot.
Leave it to the accountant to bring out the numbers, and it makes a lot of sense. I agree with David.
Yeah.
I'll defer on this one.
I agree with David.
We got next, Commissioner.
Oh, another flag there. Commissioner. Hey, so I wanted to get a trophy for being best commissioner.
Those other commissioners.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
Is 6 years for?
Yeah, at one point, do we have to? How many terms does Swag get to serve?
There was one here. He almost got it.
I bet you one of the James going to be commissioner.
I don't know how much that responsibility.
I'm telling y'all, Wesley's a tyrant. That boy gonna change all the rules. If you score the most points at the end of the season, you win the trophy.
Hey man. Hey man. I ain't gonna do nothing crazy. Hey, but no, like while we're talking about it, what do you guys think about a keepers league?
A what?
A keeper league, dynasty league.
Oh no.
We don't have a set group of people yet. That's the problem. Like, we still don't have that set 12.
Yep.
Yeah, if we had that set 12,
until we can finally figure out who that last team is.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Yeah, because we don't want to boot somebody else just to go down to 10. I want to go higher than 12. It's hard to find that.
Another question, then. How you guys feel about PPR?
Oh yeah,
I like PPR. I voted for PPR last year.
You did. I think next year we should definitely do it.
Yeah, because PPR is definitely killing my vibe. Non-PPR is definitely killing my vibe. I say that.
So it makes it more like you have to think more because it actually changes how you draft now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Really?
It does.
Yeah.
Because
you get 1 point per reception. You get 1 point per reception. So imagine a player with 10 catches. Let's say you get 10 catches and 20 yards. That's still 12
That's
points.
10 more points. That's 9 more points. Well, 10 more points, actually.
Yep. So, like, now your running backs, even when they get, like Zeke, 2 catches, 1 yard. That's still